Bienvenidos everyone. Alright, Christmas is virtually here, so before the holidays escape us, we have to make Spain's famous almond nougat, Turron de Alicante. Let me tell you, this is such a special treat, and it's most popular during this time of the year. This almond nougat has a hard candy-like texture, a beautiful combination of flavors, and it's made with just 4 ingredients. You need a little technique to put this together, but nothing that's out of this world. Plus, I'm going to show you how to make this step by step so you get it perfect every single time. Okay, we're going to get started by toasting our almonds first. I have my oven preheating with a bake and broil option. I have it at 210 degrees Celsius, which is about 410 degrees Fahrenheit. Add 1.5 cups of blanched almonds to a baking tray. Mix them in there with your hands. That way all the almonds are in a single layer. And we're going to put them in the oven for exactly 11 minutes. After cooking your almonds for about 8 minutes, you want to get in there. You just give them a quick mix. That way they all get cooked evenly. Okay, after toasting the almonds for a little over 11 minutes, take them out of the oven. And transfer the toasted almonds to a bowl. Okay, now we're gonna grab the rest of our ingredients. We're gonna need 1/2 cup of honey. Now here's a good tip. When you're measuring honey, you wanna add a little olive oil inside of the measuring cup. This is gonna prevent the honey from sticking, and it's gonna make it a lot easier to clean up. We're also gonna need 1/2 cup of white sugar, and we're gonna reserve 1 egg white. Now heat a large frying pan with a low heat and add the 1/2 cup of honey. It's very important to cook this recipe in low heat, otherwise the honey will burn. Okay, after cooking our honey for exactly 15 minutes, we're gonna add our 1/2 cup of white sugar. And we're gonna cook this for another 15 minutes, but this time, we're gonna be stirring the entire time. And the reason why we have to mix this for the entire 15 minutes is to make sure that the sugar does not burn. Okay, it's been 15 minutes since I added the sugar into the pan, and we've been cooking this for a total of 30 minutes. And as you can see, we already have a beautiful caramel color. At this point, I'm gonna continue to mix this and cook it on low heat. At the same time, I'm gonna be adding the egg whites to an electric mixer and whisking them until soft peaks form. Once we reach that stage, I'm gonna slowly pour in this caramel sauce into the mixer while we continue to whisk. And when soft peaks form, which is that perfectly right there, I'm gonna close this back up. We're gonna start whisking again at about medium power, and we're gonna start slowly drizzling in our caramel sauce. I'm gonna be pouring in the caramel sauce to this attachment. I'm gonna put a little olive oil spray on there, making it a lot easier for it to go in there without sticking. And once we have all our caramel sauce in there, we're gonna continue to whisk this at medium speed for 3 minutes. Okay, after whisking this for 3 minutes, let's turn it off. Open it up. Take that attachment out. Okay, now we're gonna add the toasted almonds. And let's mix this until everything's well mixed. Okay, now we're gonna grab our almond nougat, and I'm gonna put it into a bread pan that's about 2 inches by 6 inches. And I've got some parchment paper underneath. You might need the help of a spoon to do this because this stuff is very sticky. This is just to give it the shape, the traditional shape of a rectangle. But you can serve this in any shape that you want. Okay, our almond nougat is done. Now, most recipes will tell you to let it sit out overnight so it can harden up. I don't have that much time. I don't think you have that much time. So I came up with a way to harden this up a lot quicker. I've got my oven preheating and the bake only option at a very low heat of 75 degrees Celsius, which is about 170 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna add the bread pan with the almond nougat in there for exactly 2 hours. Then I'm gonna remove it and let it sit for 1 hour, and our almond nougat should be ready to be served. Okay, it's been a little over an hour since I took the almond nougat out of the oven, and I'm hoping that it's hard like I said it would be. Either way, I'm gonna remove it from the bread pan, cut it open to see what it looks like inside, and give it a try. Okay, I'm gonna remove the almond nougat from the bread pan, and then I'm gonna take off the parchment paper. Okay, the almond nougat is not as hard as I'd like it to be, but it still has a great texture. If I were to let it rest for about 1 more hour, it'd be exactly where I'd like it. Either way, let's cut a slice of it to see what it looks like inside, and then give it a try. And look how beautiful that looks like inside. Now I'm going to transfer everything into a serving board for presentation. And we'll add a fresh strawberry for garnish. Okay, I'm going to give this almond nougat a try. Salud. That's just so good. This is some gourmet beef. Seriously, it's got such a great combination of flavors, and the roasted almonds just bring the entire thing together. Hard to believe that this was made with just 4 ingredients. Well, happy holidays everyone. If you enjoyed today's video on making the Spanish turron, please hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Until the next time, hasta luego.